Capricorn, there's something tricky going on right now. And this tricky energy, or a trickster that you might encounter or that you have already encountered, is actually here to show you something, whether they know it or not. The card that I got to represent the theme of your reading is the coyote, and the coyote is the divine trickster. It's divine because along with its trickery comes many lessons. And sometimes when you feel like you're being led off the path, you're actually being redirected to a better path. And this is what I'm getting for you. There's something unfolding in your life where Spirit's trying to guide you elsewhere, guide you in a new direction, to get you to see something new. I'm seeing a gate here, maybe to go through a new gate, a new portal, a new timeline. But in order to get there, it feels like you need a little bit of a push, or you need some motivation, or there has to be some catalyst for you. And it's coming in the form of a trickster energy. I also feel like you are going to defeat a trickster that is currently trying to throw you off guard. Okay? And maybe this defeat, this victory you have over the trickster and their defeat is actually part of the redirecting of your energy. It puts you on a new path, your victory. Okay, but you need to have this opponent or adversary in order for you to realize how strong you are. I'm hearing noble, how noble you are, and how much that you can just, how do I say that? You can just count on yourself to see yourself through. Okay, so I'm going to pull out some more cards and see what's up with your energy and what Spirit wants to talk to you about today. But you may be seeing coyotes. I was actually just with a Capricorn and we saw a coyote together, so it was cool that this card just popped out. So maybe this is something you're going to come across more and more. But when an animal crosses your path and it's an unusual occurrence, whether it's a coyote or any other animal, I'm hearing a peacock, I don't know, any other animal that you see, pay special attention to that animal and its symbolism. What is Spirit trying to convey to you by putting that animal on your path, or you crossing that animal's path? Because there's something here that's coming in subtly, a whisper. Spirit's delivering you messages through a whisper. Okay, there's signs, synchronicities, but you have to pay attention to catch these. You have to be in the present moment to be aware of the messages that are there for you. Okay, so be in an energy of receptivity, try to quiet your mind and just be present. Maybe present with your breath, present of your surroundings, and you will see that there are messages and guidance for you right in your immediate area. You don't need to go anywhere. You don't need to do anything. It's all right there. You just have to be still enough, quiet enough, and open enough to receive what Spirit wants to tell you. Okay, so let's get in Capricorn and see what else we get here. Now, we have the number 12, which is the hangman in the tarot. And the hangman is all about gaining a new perspective, a divine perspective, often through sacrifice. And so maybe you've sacrificed something recently, or you're going to have to sacrifice something. I don't know. You guys are all on a different part of this timeline. So you place yourself wherever it fits for you. But this sacrifice is what will allow you to see things in a way that others can't. Actually, let me get one of these cards. I'm going to list all the decks in the description box below if you're interested in knowing what these beautiful artworks, where these beautiful artworks come from. We have Phoenix. A death is transformation. Yeah, there definitely is a vibe. 404 on the clock might be a significant number for you for restabilizing, but there's definitely a vibe here of you getting off one road and going on another. But it feels more like a gateway. Entering a new gateway. Let's see a little bit more. What's this new gateway, Spirit? We have union, plan. Oh no, it says play with your opposites, but I saw this as plan. Play with your opposites. And caraway seeds, listen to your gut. Maybe you want to cook with caraway seeds. Listen to your gut. So this new gate that you're moving towards is telling you more about the energies that you should surround yourself with and those that maybe you need to eliminate or create a distance with. The energies that you should surround yourself with at this time are energies that you perceive as opposite to you. Okay, this doesn't have to mean that they're, didn't I say that? You need an adversary, you need an opposition, you need an opponent in order to see this new path. Interesting. Play with your opposites. So there's somebody here on your path that you may perceive as a trickster, or maybe this is somebody else, okay? But there is somebody here in your energy who is different from you, has different skills, different talents, or is taking a different viewpoint. And Spirit wants you to engage with this energy as a way to perceive your own victory in a difficult situation, as a way to perceive your ability to have a victory in a situation, but also as a way to learn from someone or something. I hope this is making sense because I feel like the energy is like flowing through really quickly. Dissolution. Dive into your shadow. This is related to the caraway seeds. Listen to your gut. Yeah, it's like somebody who is in opposition to you is revealing something to you about your shadow. Okay, maybe an aspect of yourself that you've kept in the shadow that needs to come into the light because it's so beautiful, it's so talented, it's so unique, it's so wise. Okay, you are a wise person, you're top of the game in something and you have been telling yourself you're not, but you are. So bring out that part of yourself that you've put in the shadow that says, I'm not the best, because you are the best at something. I don't know where this is coming from, but you need to hear it, okay? And then there's also an aspect in your shadow that this person's going to bring out that shows you that when you think you're not the best, okay, this is tricky, so take this or not, because this is going to be potentially triggering for someone, depending on where you are in your shadow work. But this trickster energy is going to bring out a side of you that shows you that when you don't really have faith that you are at your best or that you can accomplish something, you tend to either self-sabotage as a way to avoid disappointment. Okay, so you don't try as hard, or you put an obstacle in your path and you say, well, if I had more time, I would have been able to achieve this. Or, well, if I did this way, but I didn't because blah, 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 then it makes sense that I didn't get this. You know, it's like you give yourself excuses by sabotaging yourself or putting an obstacle in your course. Or for some of you, you do something a little bit underhanded to get on top. Okay, that's obviously going to be a little bit difficult to hear for some of you, but there's no shame in it, okay? So don't feel ashamed. It's something that you've been taught. It's something that's been conditioned into you, ingrained into you, and you just need to become conscious of that propensity you have or the ability you have to do something underhanded to get on top when you feel like you're not at your best. So if you truly have faith and you feel like you're at your best and you can take on the world and the world is open to you and there's so much abundance and you can have anything you want, then that feeling of desperation or that shadow element isn't as active in your dealings. I hope this is making sense. All right, Capricorn. Let's see what the energies are that are supporting you. Supporting Capricorns. Supporting Capricorns. Ooh, we have Mask that flipped over. Full of Hope, Guardian, the Tomb, and the Sage. It says on this card, hold on to your dreams as they begin to come to fruition. Focus your clear intention. There's that gate, the doorway that you're moving towards. Okay, so this trickster Whoever this is, could be an aspect of yourself or maybe someone you're dealing with. They are wearing some kind of mask. They're putting up a front. There's some kind of trickery that they're up to, definitely. And I feel like you can see this very clearly. I'm getting an image of like a silicone mask. And you know, in those realistic silicone masks, you can kind of see it folds weird or the eyes don't fit properly. This is what you're picking up on. And maybe that's literally, there's something about their eyes that are off, or like, I don't know, there's something about the way they're carrying themselves that doesn't flow properly. Okay, there's something about their body language or their tonality or what it is that they're saying, their delivery with something that just feels a little bit sus. Okay, it's like, I don't know, that doesn't sound right, that doesn't feel right. You can see the mask. So what? I'm getting, so what? So you can see the mask, so what do you do with this is the question. Hold on one second. Well, stay grounded, okay? Don't get carried away with trying to reveal something or tear someone's mask off, because sometimes that's not necessary. Sometimes disengaging is the exact engagement that you need in a situation. Okay, not responding, not reacting, trying to do something to get on top that doesn't actually serve you. There's another presence that's looking out for you with the Guardian, the Tomb, and the Sage. This could be I think for a lot of you, it is an aspect of yourself that's looking out for you. And it's that part of you that is saying, it's going to be okay. Let this person reveal themselves, okay? Let the trickster show themselves and remain full of hope that you are moving down or you're switching paths to a place that is more in alignment with your dreams. If the trickster is your opponent and your opposite, then what does that make you? That makes you someone who is honest, who acts with integrity, who is clear and forthcoming. And so you should stay and remain in that energy as you engage with the trickster, rather than taking on and adopting their tactics in order to defeat them. Stay with your strengths, which is honesty and integrity. Because I feel like this trickster is going to tug at your shadow, and it is going to get something going inside where you're like, but I could undercut them this way, or I could expose this, or I could say this and really shut them down. But it's not truly, whatever that action is, it's not truly in alignment with your transformation, with your phoenix energy, with your ability to rise from the ashes. So this is taking the higher road. This is being a sage. Interesting, Capricorn. And the colors here are like, I just want to show you because they're really standing out to me. They're all kind of in the same family, these oranges and blues and greens. It's like very autumn-like, or burnt October, I'm hearing. Is that a song or something? But there's something about you being in a very specific situation that is meant to happen. Okay, this is meant to unfold at this time. Like all the pieces are working together for you, even if it doesn't seem that way. Okay, so let's see the challenge for Capricorn spirit. The challenge. House. This could be about home or stability or security or how you feel wherever you're living. We have water. Let's get a couple more for the challenge. Strange land. You are discovering things you haven't experienced before. New knowledge feeds success. With strange land and house, there is something here that is coming into view for you about your stability and the structures that you've kind of held on to. Literally, this could be your house, or it could just be your mental structures, the foundation that you've laid in your life. There's something about it that's coming into view, and it doesn't seem as stable as it used to. There's something shifting and changing, and it's like you're being lifted out of a particular space via a trickster situation so that you can get on the right path or the new path. Can I get one more? This could even be in a relationship, like you just start to feel strange with this person. Maybe you've been with them for 20 years and you're looking at them like, I don't even know you. Or maybe this is like, I don't know, just things around you feel unreal. Tears and instinct. It's almost like you are in some kind of energy of mourning, but it's not clear to you that you are or what exactly you're mourning. It's like you feel some kind of maybe impending doom or grief even, and you're not sure why, or there's something uncertain here. You definitely need to trust your instincts. Listen to your gut. If something is telling you it's time to go, it's time to go. If something's telling you that a relationship, a job, a housing situation is becoming unstable and unlivable and you can't grow there anymore, then you need to trust that guidance and information you're receiving from your higher self and know that you are guarded and protected to move on to a new path and remain full of hope. Okay, some of you might even be seeing a mask that somebody's been wearing in a relationship or maybe even a family member of yours. And you kind of felt this all along, but now it's becoming obvious to you. This is a difficult energy, but the sacred trickster is always teaching us something very valuable and important. And it's better to see this now. It's better to go through this now than later, when it would be much more entrenched and difficult. Sometimes we forget that perspective, the hangman, that, hey, this is happening now and it sucks and it's hard and like WTF, but we don't realize that if it had played out for another 10 years, let's say, it would have been 10 times harder to have this realization in the future than it is now. So maybe that kind of perspective will help you. We have Ascension, exactly, and Messenger. This is a message from Spirit about your ascension. And Ascension is something that is discussed a lot in spiritual YouTubes and other places, okay? And Ascension is connecting with your higher self, connecting with source consciousness, being aware of your subconscious patterns, of your shadow space, of the collective's shadow space, of the collective's light energy. It's in a higher level of awareness and understanding. And in order to get this and to ascend, we need to see things for what they really are. And there's something that's being shown to you right now. It's like Spirit is showing you that something is wearing a mask. Maybe it's yourself. I don't know. You take it how it resonates. But it's like you're being put in a situation with someone who's an opponent to show you that something's not flowing here. This isn't jiving. There's an opposition in the energy to show you that this isn't working. There's something better for you. And that continuing to try to try to search for meaning or search for comfort or search for something that you want in this situation, continuing to do that would just be wasting your time and taking you further away from where it is that you actually want to go, the transformation that you seek in order to become the phoenix, which is such a beautiful, beautiful creature. Okay, and usually when we get a phoenix card, most of us embrace that as like, wow, I'm so powerful, I'm rising from the ashes, but we also have to experience the death that comes before that. So transformation is beautiful, but it always requires an ending. And you have all the support in the world right now from spirit to proceed with a victory by remaining honest, holding your integrity, and trusting that this experience is actually trying to put you on a different path. So I'm going to get the tarot cards out and see what else we get here. Capricorn. Tell me more for Capricorn. Let's do a couple more shuffles. Three more. For Capricorns. You also need some fun, okay? And whatever this is, it's not too fun. Ooh. Wow. Whoa, this is a big deal for you. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, let me see the coyote. The Fool, yes. King of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. I know that this coyote, whoever this is for you, this trickster, doesn't seem like it's your friend. And maybe they're not in the 3D world, right? Maybe it's your silly ex, okay? Or maybe it's your stupid landlord or whoever it is, right? But divinely, spiritually, they are helping you. They are assisting you, unbeknownst to them, okay? The trickster here is showing up as the Fool, the King of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. This trickster is trying to push you towards a new beginning. It's getting you to, this trickster is challenging you mentally, okay? And it is the push, Knight of Pentacles, that you need to go on this path. And it's taking a while here, okay? There's something about a prolonged experience that you're having. Controlled steps in the right direction, a deliberate plan. Yes, there's something, I said that too. I had that slip before where I said plan. There's something here that Spirit wants you to plan out for yourself, okay? A new plan needs to be hatched. And this is why the energy is like prolonged. It's going on for some time to give you the time to make a plan. So have you been making a plan? Have you decided how you want to get from point A to point B? What is it that you truly want here? Create the plan for yourself. This is where you see yourself in 3 years, 5 years, a year from now. Let's just go with a year from now. How do you get things in order so that you can get to that space? in the best way possible for you so that you see yourself with a smile wide across your face in a year from now? What are the steps and the actions you need to take? Because I feel like if you don't make a plan, if you don't take some steps, if you don't go do the thing that you need to do, then this trickery just keeps showing up in different forms or maybe in the same situation. It just keeps reappearing. The coyote's like, I got time. I'll stick around in Capricorn's energy until they get the message about their ascension. Yeah. So on this card, it says staying strong and focused no matter what the situation, mental strength and fortitude, academic achievement, and then in the lower polarity, manipulation. Okay, so this is like, face this situation head on, okay? Don't leave it for later. Don't try to run away from it, which you don't often do, but you could be avoiding looking at something. Deal with it head on. You have all the resources you need, okay? And I know for some of you, there's nuances here, but for a group of you, you're holding on to something that doesn't belong in your energy anymore, okay? It's not in alignment with you. And so you need to loosen your grip so that something can come in that better serves you. That's for some of you. Okay? Queen of Swords for your overall energy. That's it. That's right. That's correct. Honest, mental maturity, truthful, a balanced mind in terms of discretion, fairness, and balance. See? Your honesty, your integrity. This is at the core of your energy right now. And Spirit's saying, we see you. We see your integrity. We see your focus. We see your honesty. We see that point B for you is admirable. And we will support you in getting there, Capricorn. But we need you to take a few first steps, okay, to make that plan so we can assist you. So your guides are asking you to create this plan not only for yourself, but also so they can assist you. They want you to hold on to your dreams and set a clear intention. Okay, so whatever's muddled in your mind, like, I don't really know where I'm going to be in a year from now. I don't really know what I'm doing with this education. I don't really know what I'm doing in this job. I don't really know where I'm living. I don't really know about this relationship. Well, the I don't really know, work on that. Because now's a great time for you to winnow down, is what I'm getting. Winnow down, and I'm seeing someone like working with wood here, to carve out what it is that you want. I'm hearing a walking stick. Yeah, it's like carve out your walking stick so you have the right support with you. How tall does it need to be? What's its weight? What's good for you? What supports you? Understand that for yourself, so that Spirit can come in and back you up some more. Okay, what you don't see coming, Capricorn, is the 9 of Cups. Beaming with sunshine, return of confidence, smooth sailing. Beautiful energy. So something you've been wishing for and wanting to happen is going to happen. I feel like it's this victory over the Trickster. But first, in order to have this victory over the Trickster, you have to realize what the purpose of the Trickster actually is. Okay, in order to have a victory here, you need to know what the game is that's being played. Like on a higher plane, spiritually. What is happening here? What do you think the universe is trying to move you towards? And I know a lot of you Capricorns have had it super tough, super hard. But this is the message I have for you. And it's full of hope. It truly is. And don't you lose your hope, Capricorn, and lock yourself away in some kind of dark, desolate tomb, because that's not going to solve anything. I know you don't want to feel disappointed again. I know it's been rough. I know your strength is depleted, but you are the best. Okay? You are the best. You can do this. And the journey is really important that you're on right now. And when you come to the other side, you are going to be that fierce warrior who can rely upon his or her skills because you've earned it, because you've been to battle. You know that you can fight the fight. You know that you can win. You know that you can strategize. You know that you can plan. And so therefore in the future, you're going to stand tall and nobody's going to rock you, shake you, because you understand yourself, because you've been on this very difficult journey. You're coming into union with a side of yourself that you're unfamiliar with. And this is part of the process to get you to become familiar with that side. I want to see more about what is that side. Maybe it's different for each of you. The Traveler, yeah, fire. Ooh, fire just fell on the ground there. Window, and the Sun. Yes, Capricorn. So this side of yourself that you're coming into union with and getting more familiar with is the fire aspect of you. Okay, we have all aspects in us. Okay, we have fire, water, earth, air. It doesn't matter about our personal planets and et cetera, et cetera. We have access to all of these energies. And maybe you want to look at where your Mars is in your chart, because there's something here about Mars activation for sure, and also your heart chakra, the Sun. What house is your Sun in? But aside from all that astrology stuff, okay, the point here is the side that you're uniting with, you're coming into union with, is the side of you that fearlessly moves in the direction that Spirit is showing, is opening up a path and saying, Capricorn, now's the time for change. Now's the time to move. Now's the time to travel. Now's the time to leave this behind. Maybe it wasn't complete. You put a lot of time into something, but it's just not panning out. And that's not your fault. And you don't need to spend the rest of your life trying to fix it or make it work for you. There's a new door opening and you don't know what's on the other side of that door, on the other side of that gate, but Spirit knows, and that's why it's there for you. Trust in the unknown. Trust in your gut that's telling you it's time to go. It's time to change. It's time for that new experience. There's some kind of confidence boost that you're going to get once you say, okay, enough's enough, Trickster. I see what this is all about. I see what you're doing over here. I know you're lying. I know you're wearing a mask. I know blah, blah, blah. Something doesn't feel right. I get it. And you know what? I'm going to move on now. You can have your lies, your deception, your games, whatever you're doing over there. You can have it. I don't need to prove you wrong or stop you from getting what you want. Let that trickster get what they want. And you focus on getting what you want, okay? Let the karma be served to them, okay? Because if their actions, whoever this is, if their actions are out of balance and do harm to someone intentionally, or maybe not even intentionally, but they do harm, then they're going to experience the repercussions of that. There are going to be effects from whatever it is that they do. So let that happen and you focus on you. You don't need to serve anyone's karma. Okay? Okay. So let's see. Your opportunity, the High Priestess, trusting in a higher power, connecting and trusting your inner voice, a connection to the divine or to spirituality. Mystery, intuition, wisdom. Your opportunity is to have faith, trust your gut, trust your intuition, trust in this divine calling. Like I'm telling you, Capricorn, if you handle this with honesty and integrity and move in a direction that suits you, okay, and not worrying about like what's going to happen over here, but you move in a direction that suits you, you are going to look back at this time and be like, wow, I can't believe I was trying to hold on to that. I wouldn't have had this if I didn't allow myself to transform and change and let something go I wouldn't have had this in my life right now. That would have been so dumb. Okay? So don't hold on to this, Capricorn, because you're missing out on something, some opportunity here. That could come back around again at a later date, but why wait when you can have it now? What are you scared of? There is stability on the horizon. It's like you're trying to hold on to some stability, but it's not stable. It used to be maybe, but it's not anymore. Wheel of Fortune for the challenge. This is Spirit trying to turn the wheel, trying to bring in a new cycle, something that is fated to be, a lucky outcome or break, a sudden change in fortune, destiny, a turning point. Okay, so Spirit's trying to bring in a turning point, a new gate for you. And it's a challenge because, I don't know, you're resisting the change. And I'm a Taurus. I have a Taurus stellium in the 8th house, which is the house of Scorpio, which is also a fixed sign. So trust me when I say I understand resistance to change. Okay? And when you work really hard for something or you ground yourself somewhere, it can be like, damn, what was all that for if I just got to get up and go here now? Or I just got to do that thing. You don't need to have all the answers all the time. Sometimes that was just an experience that you needed to have. Holding space in reverse. Yeah, it's like you're holding on to some space that just doesn't serve you. Trying to control the situation with the maestro. So perhaps the deeper issue is control. You know, you are ruled by the Devil card in the tarot, which has so many positive associations, which is rarely talked about, which is a shame. But in its lower polarity, it can be about fear and control. And perhaps this is part of the resistance that you're having here, is releasing control of a situation, trying to control the outcome rather than having faith and trust in the divine. And the more that you try to control something from your ego or from a place of fear, the more difficult it's going to become. Your advice? The Chariot. Bum, 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 bum. I'm hearing trumpets, okay? Bum, 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 bum. Here you go. Moving, action, faster, accelerated movement, moving forward with peace and love. Allowing yourself to be swept up by the events to carry you somewhere else. A victory. You are in control, ultimately, Capricorn. This is part of the plan that you decided for yourself. So when it's kind of like a battle with yourself, your higher self, which knows what's coming up ahead and which is all there for you and supporting you and giving you those gut instincts and those intuitive hits. And then your ego mind that's like, no, I want control. I want it this way because this, and this. Your higher self's like, man, can you just chill out? So many good things are coming. Yeah. Okay. So what's going to unfold in the next 3 months? I'm also going to do an extended reading. In the extended, I go a layer deeper into this message. We see what else comes up. I'm going to dig a little bit more into the Trickster and what's going on there. Find out exactly who they are and what the big block is here and what's coming up ahead. But if you can't go to the extended or you don't want to for whatever reason, then trust that you received all the information you need here. It's pretty clear to me what's going on. It's not easy. It's easier said than done. It's easy for me to sit here, read these cards and say, go Capricorn, just do it, just release. But you're the one in the situation. You're the one who's dealing with all the feelings that are coming up of uncertainty. Some of you are like already 1 foot out the door or 1 foot into the new gate, but you just can't pick up that other foot of yours. And perhaps you just need a little bit more encouragement from your higher self to say that you got this. What's going to manifest in the next 3 months? Page of Wands. The new. Fire. New life. New energy. New ideas. new entrepreneurial ideas, creativity, spark of ingenuity, the beginnings of a plan. Look at you go. This is you holding your torch high, going through the gate, leaving this mess of a situation behind, allowing the trickster to reap what it sows, and not looking back, Capricorn. And this, again, for someone here, this is you. This is an old aspect of you, the trickster, that self-sabotaged all the time. Maybe you had a goal in mind and you never could bring yourself to do it, to get there. And now you're like, no, I'm going to do it for myself. I'm going to do this thing. Here's my plan. Okay? I really love this for you, Capricorn. Let's go into the extended and see what else Spirit has to say. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.